Looking back at your preliminary task, what do you feel you have learnt in the progression from it to the full product? I feel that from the very first task which I did to then produce the magazine which I have is a very good achievement for a personal point of view. Not only have I picked up a massive skill base, but it also has been a hard progression. However, with the work done, I feel it is a definite worthy progression. I shall discuss my preliminary task and then discuss my project task, explaining the progression shown and the strengths developed. Preliminary task. As you can see, I did a front cover page and a contents page for my preliminary task. The task was to come up with an idea for the college magazine without any help or any guidance for using Photoshop and InDesign. This meant that because it was the first time I used these programs before, it was difficult for me to grasp, and therefore the results shown are not of a very high standard, as it doesn't even look like my contents page has any direction to it, and the front cover isn't very appealing. The front cover itself is very boring, and it shows massive spaces between the lettering where other cover stories could be put. There's a main cover image, however, there isn't any tagline to it, giving the reason for the picture, meaning that it is confusing and hard to tell what the magazine is about. The colour scheme is also very minimalistic, with some lettering not being particularly clear to the eye. There isn't any indication what the magazine is, which suggests that it wasn't a particularly good success. Between the preliminary task and the project task, theory was put into place and I was taught how to use programs like Photoshop effectively. The result is shown through my project work. Project piece. The project piece which I created consisted of 4 pieces which are as followed: front cover, contents, advertisement and double page spread. The pieces shown are entirely in a different league compared to what I produced before, and I shall be discussing the front cover and the contents page, linking them in with my preliminary task. Front cover. The cover has a distinctive masthead which is clear to see from far away, which is good as compared to the first task front cover, it looks really professionally done. There are cover lines running down both sides of the front cover, and the font is different sizes in comparison to how big the piece is in the magazine. The main cover image has a grabbing cover line with it, and it's clear to know that the issue of the magazine is about this particular artist. Contents. Contents page shows similarities to the original, having 3 columns at the bottom and a main image at the top. However, the difference is quite clear when looking in depth, which I shall now discuss. There are actual stories and other content which is talked about, and the page numbers are given on the project task, with a particular order about rather than on the original task with only having words without meaning on them. Also, the subtleness of the house style is brought into the project piece, as we have a banner at the top showing the house style, red and blue, and the lettering is shown division of the page, but also showing the highlight of the house style again, showing different coloured fonts throughout. To conclude, I believe that my progression throughout the year has not only developed an amazing amount of skill, but it has also developed my understanding of media.